I am a simple man with a simple dream. I want a piece of toast that isn't either a soggy piece of warm bread or a literal brick of activated charcoal. My current toaster is a lying, inconsistent coward. It has 7 settings, and yet it only produces 2 results, raw and house fire. So I decided to upgrade my power source. I'm bypassing the grid. I'm bypassing the local substation. I am plugging my 1998 Brave Little toaster directly into the Earth's molten outer core. Now, conventional wisdom and several restraining orders from the Department of Energy suggested this was a bad idea, but they don't understand the potential. At the center of our planet, about 3,000 kilometers beneath your feet, sits a rotating ball of liquid iron and nickel. It's 6,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun, and it's swirling like a caffeinated whirlpool. This movement creates the Geodynamo, a giant planetary-scale electrical generator that produces enough electromagnetic energy to protect us from the cold, dead vacuum of space. And I'm going to use it to brown a slice of sourdough. To get there, I needed an extension cord, a very, very long extension cord. I called Physics. Physics is currently sweating because he's carrying 3,000 kilometers of high-voltage tungsten-shielded cable. We had to drill through the crust, which was basically like popping a planetary zit, and then tunnel through the mantle, a thick, gooey layer of rock that has the consistency of radioactive taffy. By the time we reached the outer core, Physics was breathing heavily, mostly because the atmospheric pressure at this depth is about 3.6 million times higher than at sea level. Imagine having an aircraft carrier parked on every square inch of your skin. That's the kind of pressure we're talking about. But hey, anything for the perfect crunch. Finally, we reached the liquid iron. It's a roiling, metallic ocean of pure energy. I looked at the toaster, I looked at the core, I looked at Physics, who was vibrating because the magnetic fields here are strong enough to rip the iron out of your blood if you look at them wrong. "Plug it in," I whispered. He did, and that's when the incident started. You see, a standard toaster needs about 1,200 watts to function. The Earth's core, on the other hand, is a multi-trillion watt dynamo. When I plugged in my kitchen appliance, I didn't just complete a circuit, I created a planetary-scale short circuit. I turned my toaster into a giant off switch for the Earth's magnetic field. Suddenly, the swirling convection currents of liquid iron, the very things that generate our magnetosphere, hit a massive electrical spike and just stalled. It was like sticking a metal fork into the back of the universe's most important refrigerator. Midway through the toast, the consequences became apparent. Without the magnetic field, our planetary shield vanished. The magnetosphere, that beautiful, invisible bubble that deflects the sun's lethal radiation, simply popped. Up on the surface, people probably noticed the northern lights appearing everywhere. In London, in New York, in your grandma's basement. It was beautiful for exactly 5 seconds, until the solar wind, a stream of high-energy particles traveling at 1,000,000 miles per hour, hit the atmosphere with the full force of a cosmic blowtorch. Usually, the magnetic field pushes this radiation away, but now it's an all-you-can-eat buffet of gamma rays and X-rays. The atmosphere started to glow. Satellite TV went out, which honestly was a blessing, but then the ozone layer began to disintegrate. Without the ozone, the sun's UV rays aren't just giving you a tan, they're rewriting your DNA into a horror novel. Every living cell on the surface of the planet was being sterilized in real time. It was a global high-intensity microwave oven, and we were the popcorn. But back in the lab, at the core, something magical was happening. The toaster wasn't just working, it was ascending. Because of the insane electromagnetic flux, the heating coils weren't just glowing red, they were glowing blue, then violet, then a color that I can only describe as the screams of 1,000 suns. The slice of bread didn't just toast, it underwent a rapid molecular reorganization. The sugars were caramelizing at the speed of light. The moisture was being expelled with the force of a volcanic eruption. The final twist? The The Earth was becoming a scorched radioactive rock. The oceans were boiling away, the forests were turning to ash, and the human race was becoming a footnote in a very charred history book. But the ding finally happened. The toast popped up, and it was exquisite. The end was beautiful in a cynical, crispy sort of way. I stood there, 3,000 kilometers below a dying world, holding a piece of sourdough that was perfectly golden brown from edge to edge. No burnt corners, no soggy middle, just a flawless, crunchy masterpiece. I took a bite. It was the best thing I've ever tasted. The crunch was so loud it echoed through the metallic hydrogen of the core. So, was it worth it? I'm currently the only living creature in the solar system, sitting in a pressurized pod eating the perfect breakfast while the sun slowly sandblasts the remains of Earth into a featureless pebble. I have no friends, no family, and no atmosphere. But I also have no more inconsistent toast. I've beaten the kitchen appliance lottery. I've achieved the ultimate positive ending. I am the undisputed king of breakfast in a kingdom of ash. I'm finally debt-free because the banks have been vaporized and my student loans are currently drifting towards Mars as a cloud of ionized gas. I'll just sit here, enjoy my sourdough, and wait for the heat death of the universe. Honestly, best morning ever.